Tavex, period of becoming one. Tavex, period of becoming one. This is a late night. This is just a couple clips that I had to share with you. So I said, you know what, let me make a video. Everything that was hitting is cut to the surface. I know my channel is a Torah Tanakh only channel. That's all we want to deal with. But my channel is also to bring you up to date, to always recap what's going on in the world in this last quarter of world Earth history. And one part is to know your enemy, know what he's thinking, know how he's feeling, know what he's saying. True Israelites are only the niggers that have been scattered to the four corners of this flat earth, who only suffer the curses of Deuteronomy 28 and Leviticus 26. No other people group on this planet does it. Fit curses. Amos 9:7. O you children of Israel are as the Ethiopians unto me. Not saying they're Ethiopian, showing you a depiction of what they kind of look like. JD Israel, I didn't think anybody was going to come on, and I wasn't planning to. This is not going to be a long video. This is a recap of Psalm 83 and the world villains. And I got like three short clips I want the people to see. James Harden in the house. Tavex, period of becoming one. Period of becoming one. It's a recap of Psalm 83 and the world villains in action. This is a Torah Tanakh channel only. I tried basically just to do Torah Tanakh lessons, but I also want to recap what's going on in the world. You know, they try to say, know yourself. Well, this channel is also for you to know yourself. You are the only physical Hebrew Israelites, Eberites, descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and nobody else on the earth. Everything is a lie. Everything is taught in reverse. Everything is backwards. Now that we're living in the latter days, all that stuff that has been smashed down under the rug is coming to the surface. So here at Hebron Island 2, I'm going to share. When I find out, I want to share with you, share with others. So this video is like this, and I may make another type of video tomorrow because, you know, we got to gear up. You know, we're in times, we got to gear up. So I'm here to assist. We're at 3 minutes, 11 seconds. We'll just wait just 6 minutes total. And it'll just be JD Israel, James Harden, and the Kohelet, and New Yeshua Israel. That's all we need. We don't need no more. I'm going to get right into it. Just be patient, a little patient. You know, because if somebody comes in, if I start right now and somebody's going to pop in, then it's like, you know, and I like to consider the subscribers and the viewers. So then I start repeating myself. I don't want to do that. So we'll just wait a few minutes. So at least I try to give some people some time to come in. They come in. If not, they can watch it on the replay. Recap of Psalm 83 and the world villains. And I ain't talking about coffee-colored people. I ain't talking about us. You know who the villains are. They start with a giant capital letter J. And all the other heathens. They tell it on themselves, no honor between thieves. Pirates, nah. Pirates, you know, they stealing everything, doing everything wicked. We're gonna expose some of it, some new stuff, and we're gonna hear it from the horse's mouth too. Listen, you know, I don't talk a lot about it, but when they say Semitic, when you look in the 1828 Noah Webster's dictionary, the word Semitic, it means Afro-Asiatic languages and customs. And then the last bottom that they threw, you can tell they just added that in. It says Jewish people at the bottom. But the primary definition of Semitic is Afro-Asiatic. Everything is a lie, man. You gotta stop and get out of here. We ain't anti-Semitic. No, there's some Shemitic people. How you say Semitic? Shemitic. We say Shemitic because it's from Shem. They say Semitic. And I bet you if you go online, you ain't gonna find it. Because they wipe and clean everything. They said the niggas are waking up. You gotta get into high gear. We're here at Hebron Island too. When I find some of their dirty laundry, I'm gonna expose it. And I do it. Psalm 33:10. The Lord brings counsel of the heathens to naught. Yep. He makes the devices of the people of none effect. I like that one. Yeah. Psalm 33:10. Yep, he brings them to naught. You're gonna see that. You're gonna see that here. So also, what I want to say is that you know, here at Hebron Island too, from my research, that's fake Israel. On the news, everything that's fake. That to me, that's a dusty sand amusement park because all the churches in the world sending money and all the governments sending bazillions of dollars. This is why they got to keep this giant, enormous lie going that they are the people. So they get sympathy. You send them all this bazillions of dollars from churches and governments, and from their so-called incident they had, they get a lot of money. You think they want to let that go? So they got to keep this lie going. They got to make you, Negro, who are the true and only physical Hebrew Israelites who only suffer the curse of Deuteronomy 28 and Leviticus 26. Nobody else on earth suffer these curses except you. They got to make you think that you are an African, you are a monkey, a tar baby, or whatever they like to call us. But they know different. And they're from the whole world, but they got to make sure they hide it from you because you can't know who you are. But here at Hebron Island too, that's why I'm doing a recap of Psalm 83, World Villains. Our people went through many captivities because of sin. I'm not even blaming them. We have to blame ourselves. Disobedience to the Creator and our beloved covenant He gave us, our merciful covenant He gave us. And we're still doing it today. Worse, probably even than when He first gave it to us in the wilderness. Worse, terrible. So He scattered us. Ezekiel 36, Israel is scattered in all the nations. And we went in captivity in many places around the world. The real Europeans are not the people that they portray themselves. Remember, these are the devil that the Bible speaks of. When I tell you that, some of you don't believe me. The devil means deceiver. They deceive you into thinking Negroes just come from Africa, when Negro types inhabited the whole earth. The original Europeans are Negroes. And through our many captivities, the Afro-Asiatic locations, and we went all over, guess where? Europe. They say the Jacobites, Caucasian people think that they're the Jacobites. I'm telling you here at Hebron Island, some of you don't think, like I got an Irish last name. A lot of you think that all your European names came from Caucasian slave masters. No, they didn't. They're your names. They didn't come from the European because they are the Indo-European. They are the wild men. I made a video a long time ago. Go on my channel and look at the wild men of Europe. They're the wild men of Europe. Hairy, running around like an animal in the woods. And then when the Most High said, okay, you Israelites don't listen, I'm going to put your enemies. Ezekiel chapter 7, I'm going to bring the worst of the heathens to possess your house. And then the wild man of Europe took the Israelites. That's why in the coat of arms, in the old ancient coins of Europe, they got Negro people on it. Do you ever say, how is that if you hate Negroes and Negroes are nothing but monkeys and Africans? Well, why are they on that? But you don't answer that because you don't research. And guess where else the Israelites have been scattered to? The Western Hemisphere, the Caribbean islands, North America, South America, all over. And now since everything is coming out in the soup, everything's coming out now because we're living in the last quarter. They even tell you, they slip. They don't even slip up. They say it because it'll go right over your head. They know it will go right over your head, but it won't go over a new Yeshua Israel, Hebrew on the island too. It won't go. I'll catch it. And I caught some of it, and other Hebrew Israelites caught it, and I'm going to share it with you. Let me start, because we are already in it already a lot. We're already 11 minutes in it. But that was my little diatribe, or whatever you want to say, intro to this video. It's a recap of Psalm 83 and world villains. Let me change these regular reading light glasses to some power glasses, power reading glasses, so I don't make a mistake. Excuse me. Okay, Psalm 83, a psalm of Asaph. O God, do not be silent. Do not hold aloft. Do not be quiet, O God. For your enemies rage. Your foes assert themselves. They plot craftily against your people. Take counsel against your treasured ones. They say, let us wipe them out as a nation. Israel's name will be mentioned no more. Anonymous in their council, they have made an alliance against you. And then all the clans. I know I read this many times. I'm close already. I just want you to see. This is my fair use, fair use. Somebody type in fair use, please. I don't know what happened to it. Hold on. Type in fair use, fair use. Somebody for me, please. Okay, I got it. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Get mad at the people that's saying that. Don't get mad at the new Yeshua Israel, Hebrew on the island too. Get mad at your own people. You're telling, thank you, JD Israel. You're telling on yourself. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at me because I found some of these things and I'm sharing it with the true and only Hebrew Israelite Eberites on this flat earth, the chosen people of the Most High, the actual humans. You heathens are mankind, and you're going to destroy yourselves at the end with your AI and all that stuff. AI and everything's going to be for the Israelites. Anyway, that's another video. Let me show you these quick 3 clips, and you guys can take it down like I'm going to take it down. Okay, hold on. Got to show you on my phone, so bear with me. Let me bring this. I got to hold this up. This is our apex nemesis, the identity bandits. Starts with the letter J, ends with ish. They telling on themselves, and some of them can't take it to the point where they start crying. Check it out. Hold on. Well, I hope you have a good things. Really, so well, let me start it again. My name is Alat Mawad, and I'm from Israel. Have you heard of Israel? You have? Well, I hope you heard only good things. We in Israel believe in shooting ourselves in the foot. We don't waste any time. We do exactly everything upside down. Because that way, we can be special, God's chosen people. After we shoot ourselves in the foot, we blame the Palestinians. Because to blame the Palestinians is a very special honor that only we get to do. Do you ever get to blame Palestinians for what you do, your crimes? It's much easier to go through life that way, trust me, especially when we are the biggest criminals in the world. Do you remember when we owned King David Hotel a long time ago? No? Good, forget about that. Remember what we did to the flotilla to Gaza? You don't? Good. Good. Stay ignorant. It's good for us. And if you have, true leftist, how dare you be educated and know what's going on? Anyway, I wanted to tell you about my stupid, crazy sister. She refused to be a soldier. Huh? Is she crazy? Oh, why refuse to be a soldier? It's a good thing to die for a piece of land. But she refused to be a soldier without even one lie. I'm using the psychiatrist. I told you she's crazy. She used to go to the psychiatrist all the time in the army and cry and say, I don't want to be in the army. Well, and they used to make her wait for hours to see the psychiatrist. So she would be waiting in this hall room with usually 6 other men soldiers. And they would be crying and crying. And she'd tell them, why are you crying? And they tell her, we will never forgive ourselves for what we did. Like, what did you do? You were being a soldier, fighting for a piece of land. What are you crying about? Anyway, then she tries to go and have lunch. When she went to have lunch, she can hear this sound from the lunch while she's eating her knedler. Good food in the Israeli army, best food in the world. So she's eating her knedler and her lunch, and she can hear. She thought there was a war going on. Who knows? Nuclear weapons sounded very weird, like creepy. So she goes outside, and what does she see? She saw 2,000 boys crying. But crying like a baby when you change their nappy and they're not in the mood for you. Like that. She never forgot that. Until this day, she says, there must be something bad going on that they're not telling us about. I say to her, what? She says, I don't know. Nobody knows. The boys wouldn't tell me. I'm in hell. So, their own, their own is doing crazy stuff. And their soldiers, because all the young people got to go to the war. They crying. Why are you crying for? Oh, you can't live with yourself after what they told you to do and you did it? Oh, the Negroes are the super predators. Who is the super predator of the earth? I've been trying to tell you guys this. Don't believe nothing they tell you. They are the devil that the Bible speaks of. And he's telling on themselves as that we coming closer and closer and closer to the great and terrible, awesome day of the Most High in Joel chapter, I think it's 3. All the hidden stuff on the rug, the dirty stuff is coming up. And I'm going to scoop it up. I'm going to get my broom and dustpan and sprinkle it on here on the island too. And we're gonna air that dirt out. So you heard her. They crying in the hallway. A couple of them, and then she went to another room and hear she opened the door. There's 2,000 of them crying because they must have, like what he said, did some stuff to Moloch. This some other crazy shit. So also what I want to share with you, fair use, fair use. Let me put that on there. What else they did? I tell you, they stole the earth. The earth is ours. In Joshua, I think it's 1 or whatever chapter in Joshua, it says, wherever we put our feet down, it's ours. And then when you don't read it, but I have to read it because I'm a teacher. I'm a Kohelet. I read the Talmud, and in Eliezer chapter 24, no, book 24, in the Mishnah, the Rabbi Eliezer Perkri, he tells whoever's going to read it, it's titled Nimrod and the Tower of Babel. So he's going to describe Shem, Ham, and Japheth. He said, Shem, see, I know these things. That's why none of them would come on. None of them, you don't want to debate me, believe me. I'm only revealing some of the stuff that I know. I ain't revealing all of it because I'm waiting for one of you guys that I'm going to come up and battle this guy. You're going to lose. You're going to lose, not even because of what I know, is because in Isaiah 54, he said, anybody coming up against you, the Most High is going to destroy them. Trying to debate you or anything, he's going to destroy it by my power. And I'm going to destroy him. So in the Mishnah, Eliezer 24, he's describing the sons of Noah. He says, Shem is dark but coming. He said, Shem is dark and beautiful, and he has the habitable earth. Remember, this villain I'm talking about in this video that I'm making, recap of Psalm 83, world villains. The Israelites had the habitable earth. They stole it from us. You know, the Most High allowed them to because you don't keep the laws. But he's going to forgive us, and we're coming back for the law keepers. So Shem has the habitable earth, and he's dark and beautiful, comely. Ham is dark, but like the ravens, he has the coastal regions. And Japheth, it says he's wholly white. He has the deserts. They tell on themselves. They won't tell you that that's in the Mishnah. Even though I feel Japheth was a Negro, and what he did is he went in his laboratory and made clones, from the World Fair, Cabbage Patch people, orphan trained babies. You think they don't have technology? They have technology. They've hid everything from you. They got technology in those big, beautiful churches. You know how big they got labs underneath the churches that you don't even know that they got all their flying saucers and ray guns. Listen, you do not know the half of what's going on and what they have done. Here at the Island too, I do. I know a lot of it. But since my channel is just mainly a Torah Tanakh channel, it's more important for me to teach the Israelites, stop giving the Most High your back, give him your face, and keep the law. Then show them a billion other things, because you need to know the major thing. The minor thing has nothing to do with making a better relationship with the Most High, a friendship pact with the Most High. So that's what I deal with. But I still like to bring these topics out from time to time. So Israelites around the world feel that the European Negroes, the Jacobites, possibly Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, possibly. And then the 10 lost tribes, they went after the Syrian captivity and all those other captivities. They went into the Western Hemisphere or back to the Western Hemisphere, whatever. And all those Indian types are Negroes. And those are the 10 lost tribes. And then the Europeans came over and, the Boston Tea Party and they birds, and those are the Israelites. Afro-Asiatic people. Anyway, everything is a lie. And they're going to tell you, because when I show you this next clip, the newscaster had a perfect opportunity to say, Hey, these Negroes come from Africa. He didn't say that. He said they come from here. I'm telling you, everything is in reverse. Everything is a lie. You're dealing with an apex devil. Fair use, fair use. I'm going to show you the other video clip right now. I think it's this one.
Hey, shout out to Robert Shalazar. His spells must be broken. Waking up my night. Shout out to Rob Shalazar. Even the FBI is telling you that you're from here. So you're the biggest problem
This
for the Israeli consulate. My people, listen to what Frankfurt Blue. And the FBI is telling you that you are from where? He just said on MSNBC. Reminds us, no, we're not white supremacists, we're white nationalists. And so a portion of society goes, oh, thank God they're not white supremacists. And they don't realize that white nationalism is not American either. So, it's a notion that we should be living separately, that maybe we carve out part of the United States and put the whites there and stick the blacks elsewhere or move them somewhere. They should go back, where, quote unquote, wherever they came from, which was here. So, whoa. He didn't have to say it was here. He could have said wherever they came from, like Africa. This was his perfect Africa moment. He could have easily got that out. Go back to Africa, but he said, which was here.
I'm gonna play that again. I'm gonna let this one play again. Listen.
I get it. Hey, shout out to Robert Shalazar. His spells must be broken. Waking up my night. Shout out to Rob Shalazar. Even the FBI is telling you that you're from here. So you're the biggest problem for the Israeli consulate. My people, listen to what Frankfurt Blue. And the FBI is telling you that you are from where? He just said on MSNBC. Reminds us, no, we're not white supremacists, we're white nationalists. And so a portion of society goes, oh, thank God they're not white supremacists. And they don't realize that white nationalism is not American either. So, it's a notion that we should be living separately, that maybe we carve out part of the United States and put the whites there and stick the blacks elsewhere or move them somewhere. They should go back, where, quote unquote, wherever they came from, which was here. So, whoa. He didn't have to say which was here. He could have said wherever they came from, like Africa. This was his perfect Africa moment. He could have easily got that out. Go back to Africa, but he said which was here.
So you heard that. I've been saying that on this channel for a while, here and there. I don't get into it that much because it has nothing to do with you obtaining a friendship pact with the Most High, Numbers 25, like Phineas. But, the truth is the truth. They know it. Everything's coming out from the top, from under the rug. Go look at the crest, the family crests of Europe, old ones. Look up ancient family crests of Europe. Look up ancient coins of Europe. You're going to see black people's faces on the coins, on the shields. If we're nothing, what in the hell? And we're just monkeys and from Africa. How are we on European stuff? Because the original Europeans are Negro people. The original Chinese are Negro type people, and so on and so forth. The original Indians of the North America, South America, which is ginormous, is Negro people. Puerto Rico, Dominican, all of them are Negro people. Everything's a lie. And the chosen people, from my knowledge, Afro-Asiatic, went through a whole bunch of captivities and been scattered throughout the world. Ezekiel 36. Israel is in almost in everything. And they went into Europe. There you get your Jacobites. Then the Jacobites came over into America. And the Indians are there. And the Indians came from somewhere in the Asia area to the Americas. And they occupied it first. And they are, from what the consensus of Hebrew Israelites that study this geographic type of history, they say those are like the 10 tribes. And then now they're like together. So your Irish name, your French name, your German name, you Negro. How I get? Oh, I got it from the white slave. No, you didn't. Your family had it. They lied to you. Everything's in reverse. And now let me end the last clip, and we'll bring this to a close. Hopefully, this was edifying to you guys. Something. And listen, and I end it with this. If you Negroes who are only the true and physical Hebrew Israelites, Eberites, you are the ancient Hebrew Israelites. Stop saying, some of you guys, not you guys on it, but oh, we the real Jews. Nah. No letter J in the Hebrew alphabet. And when you read Genesis 14, Abraham is not called a Jew, he's called a Hebrew. Read it. Stop playing uh, what's that famous video game you guys like? Valor. I forgot the name of you. What's the name of that video game that everybody likes to play? John Clancy, whatever his name. You guys like the shooting game. I forgot what his name because I never played video games, so I don't know. But my son be playing and stuff like that. And he's mad. All them guys played since they small. John Clancy. Listen, they call us insignificant. The people you don't want to be like. Stupid, non-intelligent, minds close to monkeys, even though we know that they are. When the American Association of the Advancement of Science did a intelligence test, they wanted to find out how many strands of DNA in the double helix chromosome, in the chromosomes. And they did primates and humans, people, rather, because we are the humans, they are the mankind. So they did orangutans, they had 3 strands of DNA in their double helix. They did gorillas, they had 4 strands, so gorillas are smarter than orangutans. And then they did chimpanzees, they had 5 strands of DNA in their double helix, so they're smarter than orangutans and chimpanzees. And then when they did people that suffer from albinism, leprosy type of stuff, you know who I'm talking about. They had 6 strands, only one higher than a chimpanzee. When they did Negro types, they had 9 strands. They, they wanted to publish it, but when that came out, they didn't think that was going to come out. They thought that they were going to be on top. We were going to be close to chimps. No, they're close to chimps. So they copywritten it so nobody could see it. Negro professors read that and translated because they wrote it in very crazy scientific jargon where a normal guy, he doesn't understand that type of lingo. And so they told us what was written in there. I tell you, everything is a lie. Everything, this is bizarro world. So we're so insignificant, but if we're so in John Clancy, Splinter Cell. Oh no, the one yeah, the John Clancy Splinter Cell, but it was the one that so many people like. It's called Call of Duty. You niggas, I never played video games because I'm not from that era. I'm like 1965 and shit. You know, I didn't have my video games were rocks and sticks and shit. But anyway, um, we're so unimportant. Why is one of the most Israel is one of the most powerful nations outside of America, which they own America. You don't know that because America is a corporation. Don't tell them, they're stupid. They're playing John Clancy, Splinter Cell, and Call of Duty. They don't got time to be finding out all this information that's under the rug. So um, they're one of the most powerful. Well, coffee color cappuccino uh, people. on the earth are so insignificant, stupid. Why would we be their worst enemy? Got no money, they got no army, they got no donations from all the churches and governments from the world giving us money every month, bazillions of dollars. How are we to be your enemy? We don't have an outstanding army. We don't have a government. But I can tell you what we do have, what we do have, and you don't like it. We have this, the Tanakh. You call the Old Testament. Our forefathers are not, they're not your forefathers, and they're our forefathers. So we got the game book, which is our history and law book, and it tells us who wins at the end. We're the campeons in Spanish. We're the champions. He says, He has not forsaken us. He has not, in Psalm 94, Isaiah 41, he said, He has not cast us off. He's not cast us away. You're not the people group. The church is not the people group. The people that are despised in the world. And he told us what he's going to do to you niggas. You are the niggas. Isaiah 60, he says, and the sons of your oppressors will come bowing at your feet, and all those who despise you will come bowing. In Isaiah 49, he said they will be bowing down with their faces to the ground, looking at dust at your feet. And the Israelites, then you're going to know that I'm the King of kings. I'm the Ancient of Days. I'm the Creator. I'm the Savior. I'm the Redeemer. I'm the Protector. I'm the Helper of the Israelites. He says in Job 2:27, I only dwell amongst Israel. Psalm, Numbers 35:34, he said, I only dwell amongst the children of Israel. Amos 3, out of all the families of the earth, only Israel have I known. And Israel are the Negroes that the whole world hates. Stop saying we hate it more. No. You stop lying, Pinocchio. All you eat is a Pinocchio. You just stay lying. But we want you to keep this same energy that you got, that you've had with us for centuries. Because when you read Obadiah 1:15, it says, the day of the Most High is near to all the heathens. For what you have done, it will be done to you. Your reward shall return on your own head. This is what's coming. This is why they so have to hide everything from you. Let me show you this last clip. Fair use, fair use. How could little old Negroes be the enemy that they gotta look out for? If we got no army, no money, no nothing except the word nigger, how can we be your worst, scariest enemy? Listen, they know that they call us blacks and Negroes. We are the Hebrew Israelites. They know it. There will be no reason why the Israeli government, their biggest major problem are Negroes. How could that be? It's because they know that we are waking up. We know that we're not Jews, they're Jews. We are the actual ancient Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. And all the nations did us more than dirty. They did us wickedly. And there's a price to pay. So that's why they've been hiding everything. That's why they've been lied about history and everything. But everything's coming full circle because you have to ask yourself, why would black people, so-called black people, I'm not black, your car tires are black. How come the so-called black people will be the biggest major problem to Israel? Because we are the people and we're waking up. Okay. Of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varney Schurer. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll. The major problem with Israel is with the young generation of the black community. The problem with Israel is with the young generation
of the black community. Black is with the young generation of the black community.
So you heard that. Their biggest, let me play that one more time. Their biggest, they know that, and that's me in the front. Blacks and Negroes, we are the Hebrew Israelites. They know it. There will be no reason why the Israeli government, their biggest major problem are Negroes. How could that be? It's because they know that we are waking up. We know that we're not Jews, they're Jews. We are the actual ancient Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. And all the nations did us more than dirty. They did us wickedly. And there's a price to pay. So that's why they've been hiding everything. That's why they've lied about history and everything. But everything's coming full circle because you have to ask yourself, why would black people, so-called black people, I'm not black, your car tires are black. How come the so-called black people will be the biggest major problem to Israel? Because we are the people and we're waking up. Okay. Of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varney Schroeder. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll. The major problem with Israel is with the young generation of the black community. The problem with Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black is with the young generation of the black community. So, you heard it. We have no standing army. We don't have our own land or country. We don't have a World Bank. We don't have nothing except what they gave us, the word nigger. And they are afraid of little old you and me? That's crazy. Because they know. They watch our videos. They monitor our videos. They know. They said, that's why you got those messianic groups. Because they say they're waking up. We don't want all of them to wake up. We gotta brainwash them niggas so that they believe in JC, bloody guy on the cross. So the creator's gonna be still mad with them and we can still reign. But us pesky Torah Tanakh Israelites, we can't make them Christians and trouble covered Christians. So listen, when anybody says, oh no, the Negroes are the real Jews, here at Hebrew on the island too, I speak different. It's like I don't be saying shalom, nobody be saying shalom. There's no peace. Well, let us stop saying, oh, we the real Jews. No, don't say that. Say they are the real Jews. We are the ancient Hebrew Israelites. Genesis 14. Abram wasn't called a Jew, he was called a Hebrew. And they have fooled you to think that we're like one and the same when it comes to the belief system, the faith system in ancient forefathers. It's not true. We believe that the Creator is the Savior. He's the Redeemer. He's the Protector. He's the Helper. He's all of that. He has no sidekicks. I used to say fake Jews. No, they're the real Jews. Because the ultra-Orthodox and the Orthodox, they're the leader of, comes to the faith, their religion, rather. We have a religion, we have a culture. It's just to fear the Most High, keep His commandments. That's all it is. But they made a religion out of our culture, how we're supposed to live. Their ultra Orthodox Jewish people, their daily prayers, they pray, they have, I told you in other videos, the tefillin, they wear that little stupid box, and it's supposed to have a verse in it. They probably don't even know what the verse to put in it because they're not the people group. It wasn't given to them. Psalm 147, 19, 20. He gave his word to Jacob, his statutes and judgments under Israel. He has not dealt so with any other nations. For their judgments, they don't know them. Praise ye the Most High. He ain't dealing with the other people. So they probably got a stupid verse that doesn't pertain to anything to them in that little small little square box, that cube on the top of their head that they tie to the top of their head. And then they got two straps. One strap on top is called Rashi. The second strap at the bottom is called Robental. The top strap also is Emma, Amma, aka Mama. And the second top is Abba. So they believe in the divine feminine and the divine masculine. You just don't know it. But I know it here because I study. I'm a Kohelet, I'm a teacher of the Tanakh. I know what they do. And I read the Talmud, I read all that. Can't be talking to me. Don't talk to me thinking that I'm somebody playing Tom Clancy, Splinter Cell, or Call of Duty. I'm not that one. I know all your secrets. I know all the main secrets. I don't need to know the other stuff because the main ones I know destroy you, break you into bone dust, everything. And I share it with you guys. Rashi is a rabbi commentary from the Gemara in that Talmud. And they take that, they take the oral law over the actual law. And that Rashi guy he's like from the 800th century, not 800, like around there. That's not sage type writing. So they believe what he said. He said, oh, Abraham and Sarah was walking by some water. Sarah looked in the water and she saw her reflection. It was white skin. So that's why they think that they the people group. Your Rashi, which is just a rabbi and some commentary he made up, goes against not even your Talmud, our Negro guys that made that Talmud. I'm not for all that stuff in there. They made that Talmud, and it goes against Rabbi Ishmael, who's from the first century. He said the Israelites are not black, they're not white, they're boxwood. Boxwood is brown. There's 26 shades of brown, like me and you, not like them. Ruddy is brown, reddish brown, not them. They are pink. Stop believing the lies. And you already know what Rabbi i.s.u.p.k said. So they go against the sages. And i.s.u.p.k, Rabbi Eliezer, he wrote the Mishnah in the second and third century. So we got Rabbi Ishmael from the first century, Rabbi Eliezer completing the Mishnah in the second or third, I think the third century. And their Rashi is just rabbi commentary from 800. No, he's not sage writing. So it goes against all that. It goes against the Tanakh. But they say, and they say Rashi, the straps on the top, is the divine feminine. That's like that Baphomet, the male and female, yin and yang. So they're not us. Let them be the Jews, the Jewish people, the Jewish people. Let them be that. We are the ancient Hebrew Israelites. Genesis 14. They call Abraham, he's a Hebrew. They the Jewish people. Let them be that. Let them have that title. Stop trying to hold out. That's them. They're not the people. They pray every day, Rashi and Robenthal. Mama and Papa. Emma, Amma, and Abba. Let's get out of here. Smash them. And I do this to help you, Israelite, the true physical Hebrews, which are only the niggers that have been scattered to the four corners of this flat earth. Nobody else is. Use it. Memorize what I said. Look it up. You know, I ain't gonna be coming on here and tell you lies because I know you guys are smart, and not even because I know you cause it's smart. The Most High don't like lies, and why would I want to lie even on the enemy? I don't have to lie on you. You're gonna reveal yourself, and like one of you guys said, Psalm 33. Let me read it again. The Lord brings the counsel of the heathens to naught. He makes the devices of the people of none effect. They tell on themselves. This is the new Yeshua Israel, Hebrew on the island too. This was my recap of Psalm 83 and the world villains. Hope this was edifying. Until next time, next time. You guys get ready to go to bed like me.